What's going on, guys? It's your man Nico with RealNSE.com, and I'm back with another episode, number 2002 of the Real Side Podcast. So get ready, get set, go! But no, for real, we're about to have some fun in here. I got a lot of stories I want to get to, a lot of videos and stuff I wanted to talk about. A lot of news that happened over the past week and just happened earlier tonight. Tonight's Tuesday. I don't even know what time it is. But yeah, it's Friday night. So we're going to sit back, relax, cruise the web, and see what we can get into. So let's go. Drop that intro.
Warning, you are now entering the real side. Get ready for real news, sports, and entertainment. Powered by RealNSE.com.
All right, guys, so let's jump right into it. Before we begin, actually, let me know what you think of the new layout here. Got all my favorite comics right up here. My cousin drew this. That's basically I'll do a studio tour. Not much of a studio, but just a little corner of the world here. I got it kind of set up to the best of my ability. I'm happy with it. I got some floodlights. That's what the colors you got going. I think that's kind of cool. Makes it for a very cool vibe. So hopefully you guys dig that. And I got my badass Trump America shirt. So yeah, that's it, guys. I'm basically going to be doing this every week, every Friday. Excuse me. So yeah, let's just jump right into it, man. Let's jump into it. So I just posted this article earlier today, and this is really horrifying. We're gonna jump into this in detail because this is really important. All right, so Georgia recount observers' sworn affidavits reveal terrifying misconduct. Now, for those of you who don't know what an affidavit is, that basically means that you are under oath and you will go to jail if you get caught lying under perjury. So that's a big deal. That's not just somebody on Twitter saying, hey, I saw these ballots being stolen or whatever. This is actually a legitimate claim, under the penalty of perjury. So that's what this is, evidence in a court of law. Basically what it is Rudy Giuliani, who says he has prosecuted over 100 cases, says that this alone is evidence of voter fraud, because this is evidence. They present this into evidence in a courtroom. That's how it works. If anyone didn't see the Giuliani press conference yesterday, go back and watch it, dude. It was unreal. It couldn't have gone any better. Besides he had some leaking going down, some leaking. I don't even know how to explain it. Let me see if I can just get that really quick. I'm kind of have a more laid back podcast. Let me see. Rudy Giuliani, just for men. That was kind of what they were doing. They were busting his balls. Look at this. Look at that, man. Come on. What are you doing, Rudy? Anyway, besides that, it was perfect. So let's go ahead and get started here. This is an article I wrote again this morning. Hundreds of sworn affidavits are coming in from ballot counters and ballot monitors in many different key battleground states. These aren't just backwoods stuff. These are battleground states, man, that hold a lot of weight in the election, that are revealing some damning information. Let's see. I will be combing through each of them to highlight the most important, but let's look at a few coming from Georgia. I'm going through these every day, updating. So, I'll have more coming soon. And I apologize if you can hear my dogs, guys. My dad and I rescue them. So we have a lot of dogs, and it's hard to keep them all quiet at once. I'll try to go back and kind of edit some of that out if I can, but just got to do what it do. All right, so Ivan, last name I can't pronounce, of Epoch Times, found some shocking admissions from a number of affiants. Fulton County, Georgia, a ballot worker for the recount with 20 years of election experience, swore to the following. This is in the affidavit. You can see the affidavit right in there. If you click on that, I'll put all these links down below in the description. Sources. Show sources for today. Most of the ballots had already been handled. They have been written on by people, and the edges were worn. They showed obvious use. However, one batch stood out. It was pristine. There was a difference in the texture of the paper. It was if they were intended for absentee use but had not been used for that purpose. There was a difference in the feel. It felt different. These different ballots include a slight depressed pre-fold so they could be easily folded and unfolded. For use in the scanning machines, this is important, there were no markings on the ballots to show where they had come from or where they had been processed. These stood out. In my 20 years of experience in handling ballots, I observed that the markings for the candidates on these ballots were usually uniform, perhaps even with a ballot marking machine. Not by hand, but like an actual machine that gives you, a machine that gives you an actual perfect circle. You know how you go in, you bubble in? Yeah, there's machines that actually do that. So this guy or girl is saying, that may be the case, that might be what was used. By my estimate, in observing these ballots, approximately, jeez, it's great. It's a deep state trying to get rid of me. All right, guys, sorry about that. So let's go ahead and get back into it. My apologies. I should have had that ready, but again, I was setting up the lights and everything, which I think look stupid in a good way. All right. All right, so here's the next one. Cobb County, Georgia. Another poll worker for the recount sees impeccable ballots, which is just not normal. It was of particular interest to me that hundreds of these ballots seemed impeccable with no folds or creases. The bubble selections were perfectly made, all within the circle. Only observed selections in blank ink. I don't know what that means. And all happened to be selections for Biden. How that's not a coincidence, because if you look at this, it's all of these sort of anomalies and glitches and bullshit is all going to Biden. Why do you think that is? Because they're rigging the system. None of this stuff happens normally, man. Where were these issues back in 2016? Where were these issues back in 2018? But they're here now because they know that they need this shit, man. Trump is really popular. Trump is extremely popular. That's why they're bringing all this stuff out. They need him out because he's not playing ball. Period. Okay? Period. He's pulling troops out. They don't want that. They want no peace in the Middle East to make that oil money. Oil and gas money. So let's keep going here. It was also of particular interest to me to see that signatures were not being verified and there was no corresponding envelopes seen on site. We're going to get into mail-in ballots in the next article here, but let's just keep going here. I mean, there's about 200 of these, and this is just in this page here is just in Georgia alone. This wasn't even all of them, but yeah, man. Let's keep going here. Brian Kemp, where you at, man? I don't see you, bro. I don't see where you at, Brian Kemp. Trump put you in there. You got in because of Trump. And this is what you do to Trump voters too? Man. DeKalb in Fulton County, Georgia. Another poll watcher says they saw many issues with the recount in Georgia. 6-1. I was allowed to be an observer and walked over to a table of two women counting ballots. I watched them pull out a pile of what I observed to be absentee ballots and noticed two very distinct characteristics that these ballots had. One, I noticed that they all had a perfect black bubble and were all Biden select. All for Biden. Just a coincidence. I was able to observe the perfect bubble for a few minutes before they made me move away to another table. Oh shit, he's getting too close here. Get him away, get him away. At no time did I speak or to tell the poll workers or obstruct them in any way. I heard them go through the stack and call out Biden's name over 500 times in a row. No Trump voters. No Trump votes. On the following day, on November 16, 2020, I presented myself to Cobb County Poll Precinct located at 2245 Callaway Road, Southwest, Marietta, Georgia. At first, I was standing next to the panel reviewers in Room B, where I observed absentee ballots being reviewed with the same perfect bubble, again, that I had seen the night before in DeKalb County. All of these ballots had the same two characteristics. They were all for Biden and all had the same perfect black bubble. One more here. One more. Fulton County, Georgia. Another recount observer says they saw similar perfectly bubbled ballots as well as many boxes of ballots that were 100% for Biden, which is highly unlikely and highly suspicious. From paragraph 2 of the affidavit, I was at the World Congress Center on Saturday, November 14, 2020. I was certified as a Fulton County recount observer. I observed many boxes of absentee or mail-in ballots being counted. Many of the boxes of ballots had voted for 100% for Biden and 0% for Trump. Sounds like I got the golden ticket. 100% for Biden, none for Trump. Because I got the golden. Oh, man. For some reason, that just popped in my mind. Stupid. The ballots appeared to be perfectly filled out as if they were pre-printed with the presidential candidate selected. They did not look like a person had filled this out at home. I'm going to read that again. The ballots appeared to be perfectly filled out as if they were pre-printed with the presidential candidate selected. They did not look like they were filled out by a person at home. Paraphrasing. All of them looked alike. Me and the other observers wrote down which batch headers and box number ranges were suspicious. I have created a spreadsheet with the list of batch headers, and that's available on the affidavit. This is what I put at the end to kind of wrap it up in the article. The horrifying observations continue on. This is just the tip of the iceberg for those who wanted evidence of election fraud. Here it is. As Rudy Giuliani has stated numerous times, these sworn affidavits are considered evidence in a court of law. Boom. You guys want proof? We got it. We got it, baby. We got it. So that's that. Let's move on to the next story here. I'm just going to go over this very briefly. This is an article I did the other day. Just kind of like what's wrong with our mail-in ballot process and how I think that we should fix it. I'm just going to skim over this. It'll be down below if you want to check it out. The COVID-19 pandemic has completely exposed just how ineffective our elections are ran, but more specifically, how broken the absentee ballot process is. Here's how to fix it. Basically, I just go on to say that despite what social media, Twitter and Facebook say, mail-in and absentee ballots are 100% more susceptible to fraud, simply because you can very easily, if you know somebody does not vote, right? If there's somebody that you know that does not vote, you can very easily, if they have their date of birth, like your friend. I have a friend that doesn't vote. Everybody does. It's very easy to go onto the website, put in their name, their address, and their date of birth, and have them. But they don't even have to be. They don't have to know about it. Just catch it. When it comes in, track it. Boom, catch it. As soon as it comes in the mail. Or a lot of people nowadays, they don't even give a fuck. They'll say, "Yeah, just vote for me, dude." I mean, if I came to somebody and said, "Man, can I vote for you, dude? It's real important." They would probably say yes if they weren't political people. I'm a political person. I'm very into politics, maybe a little bit too much. As you can see, I mean, it's my life. I have my own website dedicated to it. So if I went to my friend who didn't vote and said, "Dude, it's so important. Trump's going to do this, this, and this," let me just, if you order your mail-in ballot, I'm gonna just fill it out for you, and then boom, just sign it and let's go. That's fraud. You can't do it. That's ballot harvesting. You cannot do that. You cannot help somebody fill out a ballot. That's not cool. If they need help filling out the ballot, you call the customer service or, whatever the fuck. State Department or whatever the hell it is. You can't just ask somebody for help and then give them guidance like this person good, this person good, this person good. That's not right. So I'm just kind of go over in it like don't accept. This is all common sense stuff. I'm not too smart. It's not like I'm a genius here. Don't accept ballots after election day. Do not accept mail-in ballots that are postmarked after the election. We see many states extending the deadline for people who get their absentee ballots in. To help get their absentee ballots in, they're going to extend the time frame of which they can do that, which is completely irresponsible and just straight up stupid. That's absolutely ridiculous. It needs to stop. Either you get your ballot in on time or figure something else out. Sorry. It's as simple as that, bro. You have plenty of time. A lot of these states, they give you until Halloween time. Right around Halloween, like the 20th to, some of them are the 25th, 30th. And that gives you plenty of time to get that shit in, man. There's no excuses. Start counting ballots immediately. I was shocked that a lot of states, they're not even able to start counting the mail-in ballots until the polls closed or election day. And I have a list on my phone. I don't really feel like getting it. It's like Georgia, Wisconsin. There's a lot of battleground states to where you can't even start counting the mail-in ballots until the polls close. The polls close. And that is crazy. And here's the thing. Normally, maybe in the past, that wasn't too much of an issue. But we're changing a lot of laws for COVID-19. Case in point, extending the deadline. Because the mailing service is slow and people are scared of COVID. So why couldn't we have changed this? The state laws, it has to be on a state level. Why don't we have the state legislators change that ahead of time? Well, unfortunately, it's too late now. But to start counting the mail-in ballots as soon as you get them. Let's say it starts on October 20th. You can send them in. They normally get there in a couple days. The first day that it gets there, you count them. You keep everything. It blows my mind because it's not that hard. It's hard because they're trying to do this shit fraudulently. You check the fucking ballot. You take it out. Okay, this is Biden. You put that in the Biden stack, opened in the envelope so it doesn't get separated. You can still validate the signature. Put it in a batch. With that. I mean, it's not that hard. And then you put it in the system when it's ready to go, or do it right then. It's not that hard. Plus, that gives you extra time to validate it because these mail-in ballots need to be scrutinized to the nth degree because people use that for fraud. And I don't care what Twitter or Facebook says, oh, this dispute, there's a dispute. Mail-in ballots are rigorously tested for whatever the fuck it is. It's just ridiculous. No, it's not, dude. It's common sense. So you're telling me that something I can do in my home, right? Mailboxes are all in the street, buddy. I don't have to go into somebody's house to get their mail. I can get their mail right from the mailbox, vote for them, and send it in. Especially in these states that aren't even verifying signatures. You can't tell me that mail-in ballots are not more vulnerable to fraud. That's just not true, big dog. Not true, homie. Drop off, not mail. This is a good one. Who knows how many ballots get lost in the mail? Sadly, we are now seeing a number of USPS employees coming forward, blowing the whistle on the company's bias. Fixing ballots that came in too late for Biden. We're seeing that thanks to Project Veritas and James O'Keefe. Shout out to them. Big supporter of them. I always post their stuff on the channel. On the website here. But just have them drop it off. Like when I went to go vote this last time, there was a designated drop box for absentee ballots. There was a guy sitting right there, so no shenanigans was going on. You go up, boop, drop it in, go. That should be what it is. Increase the number of drop boxes, secure drop boxes around the country, in all different states and hot areas with a camera in case somebody tries to steal it, which we've seen as well. Just have them around. Have them just drop it off, man. Drop it off yourself, and then election official comes up and gets it, not a post office person. And then some final thoughts is basically I'm not a fan of mail-in ballots. I think they should only be used for the extreme cases, like people who are disabled. For example, anyone that has a parking permit on the on their vehicle, if they have a handicap sticker. No, it's stickers. They're not stickers anymore. I guess they're the hanging things. We know what I'm saying. If they're part of that, then they can get it. Okay, you fill it out, you give them your whatever the fuck permit, and they send it to you because you're disabled. The other one is obviously our men and women serving overseas. That should be the absentee ballot, and also people stuck in the hospital who are going to be stuck in the hospital for weeks and weeks, and they're going to miss election otherwise. Those are really the only people that should be getting absentee ballots. I think we are abusing the system. Rand Paul said it the best. Those are for extreme cases. I understand COVID's going on, but to be honest with you guys, wear a mask if that's what you think helps. Wear a mask, social distance, or I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe don't vote. I don't know. If you're that scared to leave your house, something definitely going on with you, bruh. So these are some of the options I think that could really fix the mail-in ballot process. So that's always nice. Let's skip over to something funny real quick. This is hilarious. This is from a few days ago. I don't know if anyone saw this, but Pope Francis' Instagram account appears to like bikini bottoms. Bikini model's photo, and this is hilarious. She's actually pretty hot too. Of course, it doesn't show the booty, but she's pretty. Yeah, there we go. See, pretty good looking chick. That's something I would like. All right, so apparently his Twitter account somehow liked it. Oh man, this is funny. So it says, "Oh, you devil. A bikini model has claimed that Pope Francis's Instagram account liked a racy photo of her dressed in stockings and suspenders." Natalia Garibato, 27, said the Pontiff's verified Francis account among 133,000 followers. Was one of the 133,000 followers. Sorry, guys, that liked an image of her standing at a school locker with a white crop top and and skirt barely reaching her behind. Oh man, some of the comments were pretty good. Be right back. On my way to the Vatican. Garibato joked with her Twitter followers along with their prayer emoji. My mom may hate my ass pics, but the Pope be double tapping. At least I'm going to heaven, she joked. Of the like on the image in which she teased followers that she would teach you a thing or two, along with the red devil emoji. It just means that your ass is divine, one fan told her. That's hilarious. And then there's an update. Vatican probing Pope Francis Instagram. Oh my God, they're probing. It's like a big investigation over there, dude. The Vatican is launching an investigation into how Pope Francis's official Instagram account liked a sexy photo of a bare-bottom Brazilian model. Oh man, that's freaking hilarious. What do you? Was it hacked? Oh yeah, it was hacked. Bro, come on, it's a nice booty. You can like the beauty of a woman as long as you're not lusting, right? But the Vatican's a joke anyway. All right, so this is really disturbing. Actually, this isn't
You know the
really
White
funny. This actually is not funny at all, but this is actually scary. Just to give you a backstory here before we get into this, Obama is promoting his new book, A Promised Land, whatever. I wrote about it the other day. He's doing a promo tour, etc. And one of his stops was on who is Jimmy Kimmel, I think. I don't even know. Jimmy. They're all Jimmys now, and they all suck. They're all activists and fucking activist, anti-Trump people anyway. So of course he goes on that, and of course he has to bash the president, of course. But what he says is a little bit disturbing because remember, folks, and keep this in mind when you're watching this. Obama was the one that took out Osama bin Laden with Navy SEALs, right? So they stormed the bunker where Osama bin Laden was staying at and killed him. Apparently, you can believe that or not. It's kind of a conspiracy theory that it never happened because we never saw any video or the body. And then they say they just put it off at sea. I don't know why he wouldn't let American people see that when he killed a bunch of people. So just keep that in mind here because that's what he's going for here. And you could say I'm overreacting, but this guy is the most corrupt president in history with what he did with Russiagate, with Hillary Clinton. I mean, it's unfucking real, dude. Just watch this shit.
You know the White House well. You lived there for 8 years. Are there places someone could hide, like if, say, they were going to be removed? Are there little cubby holes or anything we should know about?
Well, I think we can always send the Navy SEALs in there to dig them out.
Wow. Send the Navy SEALs in there to dig him out. Folks, Navy SEALs are not the Army. Okay, they're not, reserves. Navy SEALs are like the top of the top sort of shit. They don't fuck around. They're sent in when there's a high-powered target, and they rarely leave prisoners. So, in my opinion, you can say I'm overreacting, but in my opinion, that right there is a jokingly threatening thing to say. And just imagine if Trump said that. Well, yeah, we're going to go in there with the Navy SEALs and take him out. Dude, that shit right there, man. The Democrats and Joe Biden are trying to say they're going to be the unifiers and we're going to bring everybody together after Trump, divided us. No, brother. You are dividing us. You're the ones that call people stupid. The military people stupid. Joe Biden called the military people stupid. Go look that up if you don't believe me. Joe Biden called black people predators. If you don't believe me, go look that up. Hillary Clinton called black people super predators. You're starting to get the picture here. And Obama did terrible things when he was in office. Drone strikes. Kept a bunch of our military men overseas when he said he was going to bring them back, when really he never did, and started new wars. It was, and then also just these civil liberty violations that he did, constitutional violations he did on President Trump, spying on his campaign and Carter Page. That alone is worse than Watergate. Probably times 10. You're spying on an American citizen and you faked getting the warrant. You faked it using Russian disinformation from a Russian agent. And you called Trump a Russian agent when you applied, well, not him personally, but his FBI, his DOJ, all of the agencies that he put together spied on President Trump and his campaign, in particular, somebody on his campaign, Carter Page. Go look that up. Russiagate. Where the hell have you been? Read Dan Bongino's book. If you haven't already, you're going to learn a lot about that. It's just disgusting. And going through the comments here, no, not this one. It was the original video. And it's just, I miss this guy. Why'd you leave us with Trump? And I commented, I said, he's the most corrupt president in the United States. And I'm sure I'm getting lit up over there, but let's see what else we got here. We got a couple more. It's been a pretty good podcast so far. Hopefully you guys dug it. I'm getting better at it. I know I got to work on some things. So this is a pretty funny one. I'm sure you already saw it. Rockefeller Plaza Christmas tree is just looking bleh. So, and this kind of sums up 2020. And it kind of sums up New York Bill de Blasio as well. You know, this is on Daily Wire. All these links and videos will be down below in the show sources. For more than 8 decades, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree has been emblematic of the, emblematic, took me a second, of the holiday season, visited by millions of people in the heart of America's largest city, most liberal city. 2 years ago, the tree keepers unveiled a new 9-foot star atop the 72-foot Christmas tree. 70-foot tall Christmas tree featuring $3 million Swarovski crystals, and in 1999, the tree stood at 100 feet. But this year, oh boy, this year. Oh man, let's check this out.
Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, oh tree of green unchanging, your bells so green in summertime.
Wow, that's sad as fuck. That's sad as shit.
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, oh tree of green unchanging.
Wow. That is sad as shit, bro. Look at that. Oh. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's probably somebody's tree, and then when they get... Okay, so it must have... Wow, somebody grew it out in their front yard. And then, I guess Transit, they said, fucked it all. So he's like dragging on the back of a damn truck. All right, so I got one more story here I want to talk about, and that's basically if Biden does become president, which again, guys, my prediction is that he will not. This will be overturned. And one of the things that I want to talk about that's so important is the Second Amendment with Biden. If you think that you're not going to get affected by this, if you're a Second Amendment lover and you have guns, you better think again, dude, because be ready for this shit. And I'm about to lay out something for you to... Come on, Snoop, I don't want to fuck with you. I'm going to lay something out to you that should scare all Second Amendment lovers. So, flashback. Biden campaign manager called for mandatory gun seizures.
We are actually the only campaign with a plan, though, since some other candidates have come out in support, but a plan that supports, bless you, mandatory buybacks of weapons of war. An assault weapon ban is very, very important, and we need to have it. But that only takes weapons of war off the streets in the future. It does nothing for weapons of war that are currently out there. And I think there's 15 or 16 million. A peace plan for a safer America by March for Our Lives. There is a section in here that asks for a federal ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, as well as a national gun buyback and disposal program. We are the only ones, not only to have a plan for the buyback, but the only ones to sign this pledge. We have a weekend of action coming up where people all across the country are going to be engaging in the community, talking about our policy, talking about having...
All right, so look, you get the idea on that. And you can see right there, whose name is that? Beta Boy O'Rourke. So get this. Beta O'Rourke is completely anti-Second Amendment, probably even more than Biden and Kamala put together. So get this. Beta O'Rourke had this chick, Jen O'Malley Dillon, who I wrote about in the past, as his campaign manager. He dropped out, and Biden took her on as his campaign manager. Right? So they said they're going to do a mandatory buyback, which basically means we're taking your shit, but we're going to pay you for it. And let me find the other one here. Bear with me a second. Here we go. This is a great article on Town Hall from a couple weeks ago. Oh, don't tell me about articles, dude. Oh, okay. All right. So Biden reminds Americans he plans to shred the Second Amendment. So here we go. And here's the thing, guys. Even if he's going to take away just one aspect, if he's going to take away, let's just say AR-15s, right, which is the big scary gun for all Democrats and lefties, that's what they always aim for, and AK-47s, assault rifles, which I don't know what assault rifle is. Supposedly an assault rifle is a big gun, a big scary gun that can shoot fast. Well, handguns can do that too because they're also semi-autos. So what are you even talking about? Most of these people don't know shit about weapons. But they want to take it away and they want to say that it's scary. And I'm going to go over some data here in just a moment, showing you that handguns are actually used way more in murders, and also the gun murders in the country are actually so high. Most of them, I believe, some astronomical number, percentage-wise, is actually suicides. So that's not actually murders. But we'll get to that in just a moment. I have a video to watch, wrap up, and we'll be all set here to go. But if you think it's only going to be one aspect, we're saying, okay, we're going to take away the semi-autos. Well, that's also handguns. So you're going to take away the police's handguns as well? Or semi-autos is just bang, 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 bang. You can keep firing. That's semi-automatic. Fully automatic is you hold down the trigger, which there isn't a lot of those around anymore. And they're rarely even used. Most of the time they're modified in a way. AR-15s can be modified in that way, but a lot of people don't do that because I believe it's illegal. I'm not 100% on that, so don't quote me on that. But anyway, so even if he says, let's take away just AR-15s, let's take those away. That in itself is taking away the Second Amendment, because the Second Amendment, let's be clear, is there to protect yourself from a tyrannical government, which is this guy right fucking here, Biden. He's a tyrannical person, man. He wants to do mandatory fucking buybacks. He wants to take away parts of the Second Amendment, if not all. He wants you to mandatory wear your mask. You can't go out at a certain time. He wants you to fucking force you to take a fucking vaccine. No, that's tyrannical shit right there, dude. And I can't believe anyone that voted for this man does not even know that. And he wants to be able to, for your children, your daughters under 16, to be able to get an abortion, not only without their parents' consent, but also he made it legal to have a 16-year-old cross state lines to another state to get an abortion, a major procedure, without parental consent. That's your boy there. That's your boy there. I wrote that about a year ago when he started running. And that's his own record on Capitol Hill. I'll put that link in the description too. That's what he wants, man. That's what he wants. He thinks he knows your life best, to where that he thinks he knows your children more, that you can get a vaccine for him, for your kids, mandatory. He knows that's better. He knows your kids better than you because he's going to give them a vaccine. He's going to make them wear a mask. He's probably going to shut down schools and make them do homeschooling, just like other Democrats are doing across the globe. He's also going to hike our taxes for healthcare, because he knows what healthcare is better for you than you do. He also is going to raise the minimum wage, because he knows your business better than you do, how to pay your employees better than you do. So yeah, that's an authoritarian type shit right there, bro. That's your boy. Sorry, man. Let's get on these rants that people don't know who they're voting for, man. They don't know who they are voting for. If I go up to somebody right now and I ask them, did you vote for Biden? Yeah, I did. Okay, name one thing that he voted for when he was a senator. Name one. And they can't fucking do it, because they don't do the research of these people. There is a website that you can go to. I go to on all candidates before I support them, endorse them, vote for them, and I see what they voted for on abortion, taxes, drugs, Second Amendment, immigration, etc. And they could say that they're not going to do this all they want, But if you look back at their history, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You voted yes. You voted yes. You voted yes. So come on, man. Don't even talk to me about that because I know this guy better than you do. And I didn't even vote for him. So don't even. You should know more about this man than I do because you fucking voted for him. I didn't. And I know more about this man's history than you do. That says a lot about you and about this country as a whole. So you need to really start learning yourself. You need to start looking within yourself to see what you really care about. And I'll tell you one more thing, man. I thought about this earlier. No Christian can be a Democrat. Okay, I'm going to let that sink in for a second. I'm going to let that sink in. I'm going to say it again. No Christian can be a Democrat. No true Christian, no follower of God can be a Christian. Their fundamentals is one of their biggest fundamentals in their party is abortion. And that right there, my friends, cancels it out, man. You can't be a Democrat and be a Christian. I'm sorry, but you can't. You can pretend, but you just can't, man. You just can't. So this guy's going to take away a lot of aspects of the Second Amendment. But again, if you take away one or two things from the Second Amendment, you're really taking away your full Second Amendment because the Second Amendment is not meant to be one or two things, or occasionally you can have a gun for this reason. No, you can have a gun to protect yourself from people like this right here. That's what the founding fathers said, and you can go fuck yourself. Oh my gosh, this stuff gets me a little hyped, man. So we're not even going to read over this because that took too long. I witnessed that rant. But this is just a tweet from the man's words. It's long past time we take action to end the scourge of... What? Surge? I don't know. What? Surge of... Am I tripping? The surge of gun violence in America. As president, I'll ban assault weapons in high-capacity magazines, implement universal background checks, and enact other common-sense reforms to end our gun violence epidemic. So we already have background checks, Mr. Joe. And can you explain to me what an assault rifle is, sir? The thing. The thing. I hate this term assault rifle because an assault rifle, again, what is that? Every gun is a weapon, and every gun is meant to assault, to protect yourself. So that's an oxymoron. It's stupid. Anytime I see somebody use assault weapon or magazine, a high-capacity magazine, I know that they don't know shit about weapons. And I'm no expert, but I at least know this shit, man. I know that I have a Second Amendment, and I can use it if I fucking want to. And this chump, this demented old bat is not going to take that if he's in the office, which I don't think he will be. And then here's another quick little video from Mr. The Thing. Get it down here.
If you want to protect yourself, get a double-barrel shotgun. Have the shells, a 12-gauge shotgun. And I promise you, as I told my wife, we live in an area that's wooded and somewhat secluded. I said, Jill, if there's ever a problem, just walk out on the balcony here or walk out, put that double-barrel shotgun and fire 2 blasts outside the house. I promise you, who's ever coming in is not going to... You don't need an AR-15. It's harder to aim, it's harder to use, and in fact, you don't need 30 rounds to protect yourself. Buy a shotgun.
As for objections that gun restrictions violate the Constitution, Biden says it's okay for the government to restrict some weapons. Otherwise, people could go out there, buy their own military weapons, even tanks.
Even tanks. Yeah, because you see tanks going everywhere. Oh, there's a tank everywhere. Man, we got a tank epidemic out here. What the fuck? Yeah, so it's just a joke, dude. Look, a shotgun is so loud, especially in a room Well, he may stay in a mansion, so it might be different. But if I shoot a shotgun in here, it's going to blow my fucking eardrums out. An AR-15 is much, much easier to handle. Pop, pop, pop. Much more precision. And it's going to take the person out. Let me tell you something. If somebody's breaking into my house, which is the exact example he's talking about there, I want 30 fucking bullets. I want 50 fucking bullets. I want 100 fucking bullets because I'm going to fucking lay their asses out. Okay, you come in my fucking house, especially if my kid is home, my family's home, I'm going to lay on that fucking trigger until you are filled with holes. Period. I want all the bullets in the world, man. If you're coming to hurt me or my family, I want all the bullets in the world. I don't want two. I don't want two buckshots. I don't want them. I want a dependable AR-15, boom, boom, boom. Don't let go until he's fucking dead on the ground. Period, man. That might be gruesome, but hey, let me tell you something, man. You're coming to hurt me and my family, all bets are off. All fucking bets are off, my brother. All right, so one more thing here, and I got a video. So just looking at this is crime statistics, shootings. I just kind of want to point out that a lot of them are done with pistols anyway, not assault rifles. Quote unquote. So this is 2013 up until 99. I'm sure this isn't all of them. But, okay, look. So pistol. This is a rifle. Rifle. Pistol. 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 Unidentified. Pistol. Handgun and knife. Handgun and shotgun. AK-47. Pistol. 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 Pistol, 9mm pistol. Look at this pistol and flamethrower. Holy shit! Let's ban those too. It's a flamethrower epidemic. 45 caliber, shotgun and a pistol. So it's just pistol, 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 pistol. So let's be real here. Let's not just blame semi-automatics because you obviously want to ban the full Second Amendment. You know, when they say just these little, oh, let's just ban the semi-autos or let's just ban the assault weapons, quote unquote, AR-15s, AK-47s. But that doesn't make any sense because you're saying that there's just people dying left and right when that's not the case either. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. But the people that are dying, tragic, terrible, but they're dying with handguns. So let's just be honest, be real with your position and say, hey, I don't like guns. I'm going to try to get rid of all of them. Then I can at least respect you. Because yeah, and that's kind of the thing is they say these. Well, just gonna take this little bit, just like Alex Jones, perfect example. He got banned from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of it, deplatformed everywhere. And then they said, well, we're just taking him off because of these examples, just him. And then it became, you know, Joe Rogan start getting censored. I'm getting censored, you know, Prager University is getting censored. I mean, it's just non-stop. It's like, okay, well, we're going to test with this, see if they'll take it. Oh, they took it, so that means they're ready for all the other ones. They're going to lie down for all the other ones. I mean, it's it's crazy, but this is a video from The Blaze from this was about a couple years ago, I think.
Chairman Nadler, Ranking Member Collins, and distinguished members of Congress.
Great. I'm not going to play the whole thing.
My name is Amy Swearer, and I am the Senior Legal Policy Analyst at the Heritage Foundation's Ed Meese Center for Legal and Judicial Studies. Just as doctors can only recommend an effective treatment plan if they first form a correct diagnosis based on accurate assessment of the symptoms, policy analysts and policy makers must have an accurate understanding of the societal problems they are seeking to combat. Unfortunately, too many policymakers appear completely uninformed about basic factual realities related to guns and gun violence. Don't misunderstand me. We all want safer communities, but the characteristics distinguishing so-called assault weapons from non-assault weapons are not factors like caliber, lethality, or rate of fire. Proposals to ban scary-looking features like barrel shrouds or pistol grips are, for all intents and purposes, proposals to force law-abiding citizens to own guns that are harder for them to handle, harder to fire accurately, and more likely to cause them injuries, even when they are being used for lawful purposes. Moreover, semi-automatic rifles are not a meaningful driving factor behind rates of gun violence. 2/3 of gun deaths in this country are suicides, where the type of firearm is essentially irrelevant. With respect to gun crimes, over 90% are committed with handguns. Rifles of any kind are definitively used in only 3 to 4% of gun homicides every year. Is essentially irrelevant. With respect to gun crimes, over 90% are committed with handguns. Rifles of any kind are definitively used in only 3 to 4% of gun homicides every year, and an American citizen is 4 times as likely to be stabbed to death than they are to be shot to death with a rifle of any kind.
There it is, folks. Amy Schwerer, Heritage Foundation, Senior Legal Policy Analyst. Excuse me. Yep, so there it is, guys. You got the data right there. So let's be clear. Any sort of gun ban of any kind is anti-Second Amendment. Biden is a tyrannical person. He is an authoritarian, and I really hope he doesn't get into the White House because I'm very scared for this country and for our Constitution. That's about it, guys. I'm gonna end it right there, man. I think I ranted enough. That was a pretty good rant, though. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna have to make that his own video. That was nice. All right, guys. So I got to everything I wanted to get to. We're gonna be doing this every Friday night. It should be published on Saturday or Sunday. So I gotta edit it, whatnot. Hopefully, I'll be streaming the podcast soon. I don't know how to do that yet. Jeez, excuse me. But I will be doing it. Hopefully you like the digs here, man. I'm going to do some more behind-the-scenes footage of everything on Instagram at Nico Speaks the Truth. Link below if you want to go see some behind-the-scenes pictures. Anyway, guys, that's it. God bless. Thank you for watching. I cannot say thank you enough. Check out realnse.com. If you want any merchandise, just go to shop.realnse.com. Or just go click below. Follow me on all my Instagram, my social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm going to be deleting soon, especially Twitter. I don't know about Facebook and all that, but I'm definitely deleting Twitter soon. I do have a MeWe. Is it MeWe or WeMe? Can't remember. That's down below. A new social media. Parler is really going off, and Gab is really going off, so be sure to check me out on there. Also, Rumble, I have a page there, and also BitChute. So those are alternatives there. Thank you guys so much. God bless. Stay safe. Peace out.